And I told y'all what happened at the nursery and all like that, how people treat you and stuff. And I told y'all what my plans was, what it's been for the past 4 or 5 years and all that. And I'm really finna get it started. But come out here and look at what blessing received the same day that people tried to, do me some type of way or whatnot, and the plan, and then this happened. See if y'all see it. Now I gotta get it. Look. Yes. So y'all know this is my second flock. I had a flock last year. I got rid of them. Had them for about almost 2 years, I think. And all these I got in June as babies, day-old chicks, and I've been patiently waiting. And look, 2 eggs. My first 2 eggs. I don't see any no more, so I really got to get my nesting box because I got some girls laying. I got some girls that's laying. Oh my goodness. Blessing, 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 okay? Blessing, blessing, blessing. So let me get my 2 eggs. Ooh, yes. Look at that. Look at that. So I know every day from now on out, I need to make sure that I come out here and see who laying. I got to get their nesting box and get it together and all that, just in time for my business to kick off. Ain't that a blessing? Right on time, right on time. You see that? Right on time. And my chickens lay through the winter. My last flock did, and I know these will, because I know what to do to have them to lay during the winter, and they just not starved. Look at that. Look at Fat Mama. Look. Look at this. Got some projects that's got to get going because we got to winterize them because we done started getting chilly, y'all. Started getting chilly. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. A big blessing. You know? Close this up. A big blessing. Look at that. A big blessing. It's a perfect circle outlining the moon. Can y'all see that? Look at that. I mean, the moon is sitting inside of a perfect circle. That's a plane or something. That line went through the piece of it, but you see that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, so the pictures show up a little bit better than the previous scene. I think it's something like a halo. Look at the circle around the moon. Wow. Days done went by, and I'm about to go in here because I'm looking for something. I am at Tractor Supply. So let me put my mask on. Let's go ahead and go up in here. So y'all, I'm looking for my Miracle Grow honey mix. I want to see what they have, how much it is in here. And also I need to see if they have anything marked down. $14.99. see. There's a budget right there. Also, I want to see if they have any more those barrels here. And they was right here, so they done sold out of them. Somebody came and got them. The ones they had left a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I don't see them nowhere. So let me go in here and look for this potty mix. I think it may be over here. Oop. Let's see. I'll have to just get it from Lowe's, because I don't see none at all. Let's go over here and let's see if I see some over here. It's not down there. So, alright, probably have to get it from Lowe's. Yeah, I'm at Lowe's now. I'm about to go in here and see if they have it in here. Okay, the potting mix. I hope they have some. I want my Miracle Grow one. I don't see none, but let me look at something. Unless I'm in the wrong area that I'm looking for. Alright, so this is Miracle Grow Cactus Palm and Citrus. I need the regular one. So that's that. They gotta have it somewhere. Yeah, let's go in this part and see if I can find it. It's the starter potting. Oh, I think this is it right here. Yep, this is what I'm looking for, I think. Yep, found it. I just need the starter mix, y'all. So it was actually in the inside. They have, that's the potting mix. This is what I want, the seed starting mix right here. That one is open. So yeah, I want the seed starting potting mix. Okay. So I'm gonna get two of those for now. Yeah, I'm gonna get two of those for now to get me started with what I need to do. So I'm so happy I found it in here. Yep, I wanted the seed started. Yeah, they got 50% off in their fall bulbs. Got tulips and different things for the fall. I did get these. We needed some more of these bags because the kids wanted to get the leaves and stuff. So I did get those. I know at Tractor Supply they was 2 for $6 for these. So I'm gonna see how much these is from Lowe's. And if I get a better deal, Tractor Supply will, because I gotta go over there and try to see if I can score. Because I'm back in Jacksonville now. I was at the Tractor Supply in Richlands, and I gotta go over there and see if I can score these bins I'm looking for, so I can have everything I need for when I get back to the house. So I am back home after doing all those errands and stuff like that. I'm finally back home and getting some stuff done. So y'all see so far in this vlog, my chickens started laying a couple days ago. Only about 3 of them is laying right now, so I'm happy about that. I also been making some changes, y'all. So I've been telling y'all for a while, and I know some of y'all probably like, Mississippi girl, MGL, you be saying it, then you start and you saying it, and that goes for all of us, you know. So I did a video some days ago, and I was showing y'all the Tyson already processed chicken. I said I don't have time, and I got that, thought I was doing something, and let me tell you, never again. Out of those 3 bags, then none of it agree with me. None of it. When I tell you the GERD, the acid reflux, I was like, okay, no. So, you know, I've attempted a couple times, and I've had so many obstacles come up, and it's just like, I almost felt like impossible to do. And I talked to y'all in a live stream a couple days ago, and I've been talking to y'all for a couple years, those that's been following me, about we got to do better when it comes to us eating. Now, I did post on my community post a few days ago a video, and I said I got to get back to that. Well, y'all probably was wondering, what does she mean? Does she mean the way her garden was, or does she mean her size or whatnot? And it was just motivation, like, girl, you know that you know, used to be all about what you put in your body, this, that, and up for is food. And I've tried to talk to y'all several times about prepping food that is not good for you, because you don't want to have a whole lot of stuff. And I've taken so much criticism, and that is okay. That's okay. But what I also did was I started listening to what everybody else was saying and saying, hey, just put up what you can, put up what you can. And what I have realized is I can't do that. I cannot do that. I must stick to what I know. I cannot put a lot of this processed stuff, like I've been telling y'all for years. I cannot put this processed stuff in my body. My body will not tolerate it. It won't digest it. And I thank God that it's like that, because if it did, I would be eating all this unhealthy stuff. So those of you that know that I had emergency gallbladder surgery last year, it was no choice. It was emergency situation. It had to, you know, it was one of them where it was really bad if they didn't get it out, because it had been in a couple days and it was messed up. Those of you that's been following me, you know about that. I mentioned that because I got new people that's on the channel that do not know. That was my first surgery ever, and honestly, I was only hours from probably not being able to talk to you right now, because it was a situation of if it would have burst, it could have took me into septic. So that's a whole nother thing, but I thank God that didn't happen, okay? I do have a video about what happened. You have to type in Mississippi Girl Life and put emergency surgery, gallbladder surgery, and you'll get everything right there. But I say all that to say this, you know, sometimes we can second guess ourselves about things we know that we're supposed to be doing. And I've done that a lot. Even thought I was doing something by getting this process, so which I know I didn't need it. And I have to look at my kids too, and my family, my household. And, you know, me bringing it in and they're eating it, you know, but I know it didn't agree with me at all. So I have attempted to go back gluten and dairy free several times. I even tried to go meatless. No. Found something out about my body. Our bodies in my house needs meat. Okay? We need meat. Some of you can adjust very well, but everybody's body is different. And ours, no. And I'm glad to know this now, because meat is a big part for us with iron. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, but I've been meatless, a vegan, vegetarian, whatever, for years, and I keep my iron up. I'm anemic. That's you and your body. But that's the key thing of us knowing our body. And I know mine's no. Okay? So, recently though, I just been like, I didn't know my kids was having issues with dairy products and GERD, and they didn't tell me. But you know how kids are, especially if it's something they really, really want. And I've had people say, oh, they not eating, like people that know me, they'll see like the way I used to eat, we used to eat, and they'll be like, oh, that's not enough food. And I used to let that get in my head sometimes, not no more though, because I know that was the best way for us. Not you, for us, okay? So when we was eating very, very clean, we was at our best. And I said, I got to do this for my kids. I got to do this for myself. No more saying no. This is what everybody say. The older I get, I'm 37. I'm learning a lot, still learning a lot, and I'm like, I cannot listen to what everybody say, when they say they're not eating this, because we wasn't eating a lot of grease and fat and stuff. People were saying we wasn't eating or whatnot. But I just know that we all have GERD. Everybody in my house has been diagnosed at some point with acid reflux. But we have GERD, which is a more severe form of acid reflux. So some people have said they've never heard of GERD. They've heard of acid reflux. It's just a more severe form of acid reflux. So we have been like on milkshakes and stuff like that. And just recently I found out that the kids was having issues too. Also me with certain milk products. Like if we eat something that's got milk in it, we'll feel some reflux or whatnot. But when I made like hamburger helper and stuff where you use the milk, it did not agree with us. So I called my kids in because Aranda is grown and he's going to eat what he wants to eat, okay? He said he'll join in, but it'll be like a progress, okay? Because I was going to go through and get rid of everything. But I asked him some of the stuff that he wanted. He said, yeah, he was going to eat it. So I think if he eat it, he probably won't buy no more. I don't know. But I called my kids and I asked them, I said, what do y'all want to do? And they said they want to get off a lot of the stuff. They want to go back to the way it was. And so that's where we are now. And this time we're going to stick to, we come up with a different plan that'll be easier. So we was going to do completely go back off, because like I say, I'm not a rookie at this, okay? This is something I have studied for a long time, and I pretty much have perfected it by now. So we're going back to, I used to be full gluten and dairy free. I'm talking about reading all the packages, doing a lot of homemade stuff and all that. And with a lot of these recalls and stuff, I take that as a sign. But first I take a sign of how it's affecting our bodies. We are, that we know of, and thank God we are healthy, but the stuff we eat don't make us feel so good, And I don't know if it's different ingredients in the foods or whatnot, but we decided to get off the gluten and the dairy as much as possible. Now I say as much as possible, okay? So what we're going to do is we was going to do full dairy free, no dairy at all. We was going to go back to that. But after doing some research, dairy, cottage cheese and yogurt. Okay, cottage cheese and yogurt, because it's fermented, supposed to have a lighter effect on you with the dairy. And I know from experience, I have tried so many different types of cottage cheese and yogurts that's dairy free, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The kids didn't like it. So it's just like, do we want to try the key? Because I got cottage cheese in there. I'm like, do we want to just stay with yogurt and cottage cheese and no dairy, nothing else? So the kids was like, yeah, Mom, let's do that. But if we start having issues with just the cottage cheese and yogurt, then we're going to go completely off. I said, deal. Okay, because I do want to incorporate my kids in this too, because they know how they feel too. So with that being said, I encourage anybody that knows that you have an issue with some of these foods and stuff, we gotta do better. When you know better, you do better, okay? And you should be in tune with your body and how you feel when you eat certain things. And that's what we've been doing. I had to take the time back to sit back and just watch. And I've been saying this for years and years and years. And you know what? I'm excited to say I know there's other content creators that seems like they're getting on board too. Okay, that people did not feel the same way a couple years ago, but I'm happy to see that they are getting on board too, because we got to do this for ourselves. We got to do this. And sometimes I was like, man, if I would have stick to what I was, how they say, practice what you preach. If I would have stuck to it, and it would have been, I wouldn't have to start over now, But sometimes we have to go through things and learn things just to, know not to make those mistakes again. And I bought a lot of processed foods for the emergency pantry and all that type of stuff. Even though I was saying we shouldn't do this. But I had a lot of people that was like, no, I'm gonna buy my Spam, I'm gonna do this. And a lot of you may do it. But don't criticize me because I won't do it, okay? Because that's not fair. That's not right and that's not fair. Okay? But I have to stick to what I believe in. And I know if I eat Spam, I get indigestion. Even I've been trying to boil it. And it's alright taste, but I still got indigestion. You don't know unless you try. So I've been trying different things and it's just a no-go. No-go, no-go, no-go. But not only me and my kids. So we are doing things different. This is a new. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be some, and this the thing. When I was down to, if y'all saw that video I posted, and I said this, I got to get back to this 2 years. It was from 2 years ago. And on that video, I was 108 pounds. And that was from clean eating. I started in 2020 when I got sick with my GERD. Really got really bad. And it was part of it too was the gallbladder, but they didn't take it then. It wasn't until last year when it completely went out on me. No functioning. My bowel duct was blocked and everything. It was bad. With everything going on in 2020, I'm thankful that, it wasn't extreme. It hadn't got to that point in 2020 because I would have had to have, the emergency surgery then. But the GERD was a problem. Okay, and I remember back we were stocking up on all type of food and stuff because of the lockdown. And so we was grabbing whatever. I was eating a lot of ice cream and all that, and I ended up having an issue. So I didn't think it was GERD at that moment, but it had got so bad, better than what it ever had been. That's why I didn't know. So I had to get on my acid reflux medication. They had to up it. I had to get on it and stay on it. And it improved. But in the process of that, I went dairy and gluten-free. Cold turkey. Dairy and gluten-free on everything. And I was at my best. I went from 145 at that point to 108. Now, do I want to be 108 again? No. Maybe 125 is my goal. So I am 155 now. And that's what I mean by starting over. Because if I would have stayed to what I know and not try to be, well, if they could eat this, I could eat this, I'm going to live life and all. That's what's going in my head. Slack up on yourself. If they can eat this and they can buy this and they did this and it don't bother them, I wasn't thinking. That's what I mean by I wasn't paying attention to that part. Even though I knew it, I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, I'm going to live life. I'm going to have me some cake. And I'm going to eat this Spam. And I'm going to do this because I like Spam. Okay? Nothing wrong with Spam. People try to look down on Spam. Spam is a delicacy in some countries. Because somebody tried to be funny and say that. So that's why I say. But a lot of things like that is a delicacy in other countries. So it is what it is. I like Spam. But it don't like me, and it's not healthy, So my prepping is gonna be different. Okay, I am ready. I done already started doing certain things. I am about to be. You'll come along with me. I hope you'll come along with me with my journey of starting over. Like I say, I'm not new to this, so I can jump right in. And some of you can jump right in and do it too. You gotta be willing. You can do anything you set your mind to. You got to be willing. It can be done. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel so much better. But that is up to you if you want to do it. Some people use they'll use the, I don't want to say excuse, but it is what it is. It's like, well, I'm not going to throw away no food. I'm just going to eat everything. And I understand that. You don't want to waste money. And then some people be like, well, I just can't do it cold turkey. I can't. Well, actually you can. You won't. Okay. But I'm just going to let y'all see my journey. See the different things that I do. You can, I hope people would jump on because I know this is a healthy way. Gluten is nothing that we need in our daily nutrition. And milk can go both ways. It has the calcium, the potassium, and things like that. But so do other foods. Okay? So do other foods. And, anybody can develop an intolerance to milk at any age. So what if you develop that intolerance and you ain't got nothing but milk products in your home? Milk is is a common allergy to people. Okay? So think about that. Think about that. What if you develop an intolerance to gluten? Everything has gluten in it. Everything. But I'm going to be showing you our lifestyle. My lifestyle has changed through me. I'm trying to say my lifestyle has changed because of me. Nobody told me to change it back or none of that. I'm taking the initiative to do it myself because I'm using my common sense and how I feel and what I know and what I've experienced in doing this. I'm doing this myself so me and my family can stay healthy. We don't want to get to the point to where we continue to do all this stuff and then you start having issues. If you ain't got issues, don't create none. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to create any issues. The gallbladder was enough. Not having the gallbladder now, I know I don't need a lot of stuff. But also having GERD and my family have GERD, we're on the same page. A lot of stuff I don't need because I have GERD and no gallbladder, they don't need because they have GERD. And a lot of the stuff is unhealthy. So when I said the other day I don't have time, I do. I'm going to have to make time. But I'm going to make time because it's my lifestyle and that's what this channel is about. It's my lifestyle, going back to what I know. And that's back to 2020 when I made the change. Also, y'all, so I wanted to also say this. So, when it comes to the glue, we are taking much of it out as possible. But we are leaving a little bit from things that I make at home. So, I showed y'all, well, I'm going to show y'all, I've showed y'all this before, but I'm going to show y'all the gluten-free flour that I be using. But the reason why, because we don't have any known allergies to gluten or dairy, but we kind of know certain things. Well, ain't no kind. We know full out milk products, like drinking the milk and all that, we can't do it. Don't agree with us. So, another good reason for keeping the cottage cheese and the yogurt in and limiting dairy, having dairy free everything else, it's because just say something happened and we can't get gluten or dairy free. Our bodies are now used to not having it, and that could be an issue if we have to have it. So that's another reason why we wanted to stick with the cottage cheese and the yogurt, just to keep a little bit of dairy in our diet, but not a lot, because everything else will be dairy free. Also, the gluten. I'll use my all-purpose flour mixed with some of my gluten-free flour, and some stuff will be full gluten-free. But keeping a little bit of it in our daily diet or our weekly diet will keep our bodies from rejecting it in case we need it. That's only for those of you that don't have no issue. Now, if you have allergies to milk and gluten, do not eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Those of you that celiac disease and stuff, don't eat it. I'm talking to the ones that don't have a known reaction to it, and you still want to keep a little bit in case you have to have it. Because that goes for anything that you don't have to do, that you do it by choice. Is if you have to have it, like if something happened and you have to have it, and you done took it out your body, then it may not, react to it the same way if you have to have it. So we don't have no known allergy to gluten or known allergy to milk. We just know how it makes us feel. So I know if I bake with it, and I know how much to put in there for certain things and keep everything else. So it's pretty much limiting much of it, but making sure we keep some in our body because we don't have no known allergy to it. But if you have known allergies to it, do not take it, do not eat it, do not ingest it, don't be around it, okay? Now, let's practice what I preach, okay? So, I've already did a little grocery haul where I needed to pick up a couple things, okay? So, I told you, right now we're only going to do cottage cheese and yogurt as dairy. Everything else, completely 100% dairy free. And the only reason why they got to pass is because once it's fermented, it does a little something different, but it will be at the lowest fat yogurt and the lowest fat cottage cheese, okay? If we get bloated and all that craziness, and we notice that with the yogurt and the cottage cheese, we're going to eliminate that, and that will make us full dairy free, all right? So, Planet Oat milk. Got this. This is good. They have it in different different flavors. But what I like about it, I can cook noodles and stuff in it and do not like actually taste it like almond milk, okay? From experience, this is my favorite almond milk. Since 2020, I've tried so much almond milk. And this right here is my favorite. They got a coconut one too, that's this brand. And it is so, so good, okay? So, Juicy Juice, I did pick up these because they was on sale. And I normally will only use that for when we take our iron, okay? And this is just some styrofoam bowls and cups, okay? Right here, this was another thing that I ate a lot of in 2020 when I started it. And it was the rice cakes. So I got the multi-grains rice cakes. They are gluten-free, okay? And the caramel ones are gluten-free, okay? And y'all do your research on gluten and dairy, okay? And if you got acid reflux or GERD or whatnot, then you'll be able to see what you should and should not eat. Also, I have allergies to grass, weed, dust mites, and dogs. And those allergens, I have it in a way where I'm allergic to every one of them. I've had a skin test done, and it was a 77 prick skin test. 77 pricks. And oh my goodness, they almost lost it. I'm allergic to all that stuff. But it's linked to food also. All right? It's linked to food. The pollen of the grass and stuff is the same thing for certain foods, okay? Hence why gluten-free is good for me, because that keeps me away from the rye, wheat, and barley, which is something that is hard for me to digest. All right? Coconut palm sugar. I am taking out all the sugar in the house, and I'm using coconut palm sugar. And I'm using this right here, Regenerative Organic Raw Cane Sugar. Okay, so regenerative cane sugar is limited process. Okay, so it's better than your white sugar. I cannot process white sugar. Every time I use it for anything, and I can use this for our Kool-Aid, everything that you would use plain white sugar for. So yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but my thing is I will cut back on other things, because our health is important. And like I say, while there's no health issues, thank God, I hope it stay that way. We want to keep it that way, and we know eating this processed stuff is not going to keep it that way, okay? So I went on and got some of my, this is like the best one that I used a couple years ago, the King's Arthur gluten-free. I will try other ones, but I'm just showing you the stuff that I have bought before that I know, okay? And this is the flour, and it's really, really good to use. So let's see. Excuse my cameras there. I got them out to charge because I'm going to be putting them back to use. I'm going to stop filming from my phone some because I can get more on my cameras. And sometimes y'all ask me what cameras I used when I was using them. I have this one. I have a third camera, but it's one that you can use like, it's like a Polaroid. It's just a cheaper version. But my cameras for vlogging or videoing is this Canon right here. And I also have this smaller one. So, yeah. So, I went and got my camera bag out. And I said, okay, knew everything. All right. So, so that's why they were sitting there. So, the pasta. I love getting the gluten-free. This brand, Rosini. I know I'm saying it wrong, but I love this. This one right here has 4 grains: white rice, brown rice, corn, and quinoa. And it is very, very good. It's gluten-free. That is the main thing. Got some tomatoes. Once I keep my gluten down, the dairy down, I can actually tolerate tomatoes. It's certain kinds. I find I can tolerate these better than I can tolerate some of the big ones, depending on which ones it is. All right. So right here, got some self-rising cornmeal. Cornmeal is gluten-free, so that's why I have this. I got 2 of those because I got to make some dressing. And yes, I'm going to make dressing and show you how to make it the dairy-free way. Okay? Very simple. I use my other milks. Okay? Got some olive oil. I had 2 of these. I had them open. I opened one though. Got some bananas, some pineapples, some apple cider vinegar, and I got 2 watermelons. Now, the thing that's going on for those of you that's got Food Lion, because I was in a rush. When I got the Food Lion, we had 9 minutes to shop real quick, and I know I needed to grab some stuff. So I was supposed to break it down to $35.35. And I didn't do it. I was like, man, but I was on a rush. Because every $35 you spend, I recommend you do separate transaction. You get a turkey for very, very cheap. So, this turkey right here would have been $54.18. But because I spent $35 at least, I got it for $5.63. They do it every year. 19 pounds. Just put it like that. Almost a 20 pounder for $5.63 for that turkey. So yeah, so practice what you preach. I've been preaching this. Well, I've been practicing for a minute, and then I stopped and kept preaching it. But it's go time, y'all. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We can cut out a lot of issues. Just listen to what I'm saying. Ask your doctor. Ask your doctor if it's good for you. Limit that dairy. Limit that gluten. Watch what you put in your body. Mississippi girl, MGL gonna do it with you. My family is gonna do it with you. But this is something I have experience in. So I will show you what I get, how it tastes, share with you some of my recipes, pretty much all my recipes of what I do. The good thing is I done been through this before, and this is the way I choose to live. I done ate the junk, didn't feel right. I done did the dairy gluten, watch everything be like this, and feel so great. Okay, so great. So this is what I wanted to show you. I want to hear in the comments what you think. Those of you that's gluten-free, dairy-free, and like I say, everybody's situation will be different. What works for you may not work for everybody else. And I think a lot of people forget that. What works for you and your body may not work for everybody else. So, this is why I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, and none I've tried. I used to be poly-pescatarian for a long time. And I may get back to that because I want to get off from red meat. I only incorporated red meat to boost up my iron and help with the iron that we're taking. But I know how to keep my iron up without red meat. I just needed to do it because me and my girls were so low with our iron. And supplement, we wanted to help that out. But I'll probably be going back to poly-pescatarian, which means we only eat chicken, turkey, seafood, no red meat, okay? So that's probably going to be going back to that. But I do have red meat in the deep freezer, so I'm not going to throw that away, okay? So, yeah, that is what we ended up getting. So, y'all, I hope y'all are ready for this change. I'm so ready. I got a lot of divine things from Divine Treasure to bring to y'all. A lot of divine meals. A lot of things that I hope will be helpful. Just you seeing how I'm doing it, what we incorporate, and seeing the process, okay? Seeing the process and everything. I hope it motivates you. I don't do New Year's resolutions and all that type of stuff. I don't do that. So those of you that do, I'm just saying, try doing it before then if that's what you normally would do. Try stopping right now and saying, I'm putting down all the sugar, I'm putting down all the dairy, I'm putting down all the processed stuff, and I'm going to do it the right way, okay? Because these people is just making money. They just making money and just feeding us, because I've been guilty of it. You see these cookies behind me? They're going in a Ziploc bag to a Rondé because he said he still wanted to eat those up. Me and the kids, not touching it, okay? No more. It's ridiculous. So I'm going through. I'll be purging my house, purging the Purpose Pantry. I'm not putting nothing else unhealthy back there. I'm not buying no more Spam. I'm not buying no more of that. I'm going to buy things. Yes, you can buy meat that ain't got all that stuff in it. I'm not buying no more of that processed stuff. I'm not. And I am going to let my actions show. That is the thing. Actions speak louder than words. Come on, y'all. We can do this. We can do this. I'm one that has done it when I thought I couldn't. That's why it's going to be so much easier now, because I've had to do it. I did it. You can do it too. And I promise you, you'll feel so much better. Ask your doctor if you think that you need gluten or you need so much dairy. I didn't even say take it completely away. You can limit it if that's what you want to do. But for us, we're only going to have cottage cheese, low fat, yogurt, low fat, because it's fermented. Do your research and you will learn a lot about foods, okay? And the different ways to have it and the different things that you can do. Keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. We don't need all this extra stuff that we put in our body. Our bodies is our temple and we need to take care of it. This should be episode 41, I think. Episode 41. Okay. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and do it. I hope people get on board. If you don't, then hopefully eventually you may, have a change of mind. For those of you that is on board and will be on board, let's get it. Let go. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here so I can get that stuff put in the and back in the refrigerator in the freezer. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one if it's God's will. Talk to y'all later.
Country girl.